Sometimes when we're cooking, we have what I like to call happy accidents. And that's when you set out to make one thing, you make something completely different, but it's so delicious, you love it, and you call it a happy accident. That is what this recipe is. I don't know if it's technically a stew or a soup or a chili, but it's absolutely delicious. I'm gonna call it a Mexican pork stew, and one of the ingredients might surprise you a bit. Welcome to The Salted Pepper, where we cook for real life using real food and we keep it real simple. And today we are making a very simple and a surprise recipe that just sort of happened one night. And I'm calling it a Mexican pork stew, but you might consider it a chili. Whatever you call it, you're gonna call it delicious. Oh my gosh, this is so easy to make. It's absolutely fantastic. And this is how it came to be. Every other Tuesday, I do a live cooking show on Facebook, and my husband picks random ingredients that we either have in the house, or if he goes to the grocery store, he'll pick out random ingredients, and then I don't know what they are, and I have to make something live on Facebook with them. Well, he brought me these, not odd ingredients, but like I didn't know what to do with them, and I started off thinking I was gonna make one thing, and I ended up making this stew or chili, and it was so delicious and so easy, I had to share the recipe with you. So, what I have here is 1.5 pounds of pork tenderloin. I've done this with 1 pound of pork tenderloin. It works just fine. So, any size pork tenderloin that you have, you just wanna cut it up into about 1-inch chunks. Then I'm going to use 1 sweet onion, which is probably about 1.5 cups here, and they are in about 1-inch chunks or so. I wasn't too specific about the way that I cut them because they're going to cook no problem. Add those to the pork. We're going to turn the Ninja Foodi on. Now this could be done with the slow cooker feature. It could be done on the stove. It could be done in the Instant Pot or in the Ninja Foodi. I'm going to use the pressure cook function because it is so quick and so easy. But if you didn't have a pressure cooker, you can certainly just simmer this on the stove and it would be delicious. Or put it in a slow cooker and it would be great. All right, so I'm gonna turn the Ninja Foodi on, hit the sear saute on high. I'm gonna put in 1 tablespoon of olive oil in the bottom of the pot and let it heat up. So meanwhile, with our pork chunks and our onion, I'm gonna get some seasonings on there. What I have here is a very simple seasoning blend. It's 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of cumin, and 1.5 teaspoons of salt. That's fine grind sea salt. And I'm just gonna pour those on and toss up the onions and the pork to coat with the seasoning the best that you can. And we want the pot to be really hot because we want to get a sear on this pork that's going to add some flavor into our stew. Oh, it smells good already. I love the smell of cumin. All right, while we're waiting for the pot to heat up, I forgot to hit start, which, hey, it happens. Let me move this to the side. Let me talk about the chipotle and adobo sauce that I'm using for this recipe. It comes in a can. They are chipotle peppers that are in an adobo sauce. They are spicy, so you want to use them in moderation, but they add this nice smokiness to this stew. They are absolutely delicious. I really do not recommend you omitting them, but you can use less than I'm using if you want the heat level to be lower. So what I'm using is about 2 peppers, maybe 2.5 peppers, and 1 tablespoon of the adobo sauce. Now that is only a fraction of the can. So what I do when I'm done getting out what I need from the can is I put the peppers with the sauce in a sealable plastic bag and I just freeze it until I'm ready to use it again. Now you can always add more of this at the end, so if you aren't sure about the flavor, start with 1/2 to 1 tablespoon and then increase. I'm using, again, probably a total of 2 tablespoons in my recipe. And then I have a dried poblano, which is an ancho chili, and this is just a whole dried chili. I'm not gonna rehydrate it or anything. I'm not even gonna chop it up. It's just gonna go into the pressure cooker just like this, and it gives a nice little flavor. I have 1 15-ounce can of corn that is drained. That's important. You do not want the corn juice in this or your stew will be more like soup. one 14.5-ounce can of fire roasted tomatoes. You could use regular diced tomatoes, or you could even omit these if you wanted to. If you want to omit the tomatoes, then I would suggest adding in a little bit of the juice from the corn or another type of liquid, about 1/4 cup, because we do use the liquid in the tomatoes to help build pressure. Then I have 1 can, I think these are a 14 or 15-ounce can of black beans that have been drained. Okay? And that is all of the ingredients except for one that might come as a little bit of a surprise, and I'm going to share that with you in just a minute. But I think our pot is hot now, so let's go ahead and get our pork in there. Nice sizzle. All right. All right, so after you get the pork and the onions in, just spread them out into a single layer, the best that you can, and let them sit and saute for about 3 to 5 minutes. We want a little bit of browning on that pork. So that's all there is to it right now. And then once we get browning on the one side, I will flip it over, saute a little bit longer, and then we dump, pressure cook, and eat. So it's really, really super easy recipe. All right, so it's been about, 4 minutes or so. So I'm gonna go ahead and give these a flip. Oh yeah, we got some nice browning on that one side. And if any of the pieces of pork are sticking together, just go ahead and break them up. You don't want them stuck together when they pressure cook, or you'll have a big glob of pork. All right, now, I flip most of them, not all of them. You don't have to, it's fine. The pork does not have to cook all the way through. That's perfectly fine too. Now I add in the chipotle in adobo sauce. And kind of just break those peppers up a little bit. Stir it around. All right. Now it doesn't look like anything has stuck to the bottom of my pot, but we always like to deglaze. And this is a big part of the happy accident. I decided to deglaze with pineapple juice, right? Oh my gosh, because pork and pineapple goes really well together. And I was making a filling for tacos. I was not making a stew, or a chili. So I went ahead and deglazed with pineapple juice. And then I put in some of the pineapple chunks. And when I was putting in, and this is crushed pineapple, when I was putting in some of the pineapple, the crushed pineapple, the whole can just went in. So I had 20 ounces of crushed pineapple in this. And all of a sudden I had to rethink, where was I going to go from here? Because that's a lot of pineapple. So I thought, I'm going to throw everything else in and make a stew. And oh my gosh, it was amazing. So after you deglaze with a little bit of the pineapple juice, just scrape the bottom, making sure that nothing has stuck. And then dump in the rest of the can. Give it a stir around. I'm going to add in 1 can of corn that's been drained, or you could use frozen, or you could omit this. I've made it without. It's perfectly fine. I just think it's really pretty with it, and it just adds another layer of flavor. The 1 14.5-ounce can of fire roasted tomatoes with the juice. We're going to add those in. And 1 can of black beans that are drained. Now, some other things that you can add in is if you have a can, like one of those small cans of fire roasted chilies that are mild or spicy, you could add in a can of those. I've done that before. They're like little 5-ounce cans. If you can't find the dried ancho chili, do not worry about it. You can omit it. It's fine. So there's lots of ways that you can switch this up based on the ingredients you have and your heat preference and how you like your pork stew. All right, so I'm just going to give this a nice little stir. I'm going to tuck that pepper underneath. And now we are ready to pressure cook. So it is that easy, guys. Really, really easy. So I'm going to put the lid on. Make sure your valve in the back is to the seal position. We're going to switch over to the pressure cook function. High is what we want, but we only need 5 minutes. And hit the start. So it's gonna take about 8 to 12 minutes or so for the pot to come to pressure. We're gonna go under high pressure for 5 minutes, and then we will do a 10-minute natural release, and we're done. That's it. And you will be tasting the most delicious Mexican pork stew. All right, so it took the pot 9 minutes to come up to pressure where the pin in the back popped up, and then 10 minutes it started the countdown. We pressure cooked on high for 5 minutes, and then we just did a 10-minute natural release, and I'm gonna now release the rest of the pressure. All right, so the pin in the back has dropped. That means I can open up the lid. Always do that away from you because it is very steamy. We've got that ancho chili that's all puffed up from the pressure cooking. Look, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. So beautiful, and it smells so good. All right, so now I'm just gonna get a nice little scoop here. Now, if you wanted to thicken this up, you could thicken it up with a little bit of tomato paste. That would be fine. Just check your seasonings to make sure that you don't need to add any more. But I like it like this, and I think it does qualify as a stew. We've got bigger pieces, and it's not too thick, it's not too thin. I think it works as a stew, or you could call it a soup. Call it whatever you want. It's gonna be delicious. All right, so toppings. Now, ordinarily I would probably put some cilantro, some chopped up cilantro, but I don't have any, so I'm gonna use some green onions here. I'm just gonna put a few in there. And a little bit of sour cream, which I think is really nice to cut the heat. And then some homemade corn tortilla strips, and I'll just break those up a little bit. All right, let's dig in here. Let's grab a piece of pork and see how it's cooked. It should be really super tender. Amazing. The heat in this is perfect. I mean, perfect. It is a little bit on the spicy side, so if you do not like spice, cut down on that chipotle and adobo sauce. But I like it spicy. In fact, I'm gonna eat one of these peppers right here. Maybe with a little sour cream. Cut that heat a little bit. Oh my goodness. This is simply amazing. So you get a little bit of the sweet from the pineapple, which just pairs perfectly with this heat. It is so well balanced. It is absolutely delicious. And easy to make. So whether you call it a soup, stew, or chili, don't worry about it. It's going to be delicious. I hope you enjoy this one.